Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henry the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz.
I mean, who's really sorry? They will be very soon. Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. We have a lot to go over tonight. One, I'm going over some charts. I'm going over the headlines. Not paying attention too much to GameStop, the stock, as far as how it's moving. More paying attention to how we compare to the rest of the world. Because what I'm currently doing, what I've always been doing for like the last 5 years. Let me see, is this light enough? A little ring light. Who cares? It's not on the screen. We're fine. So the part is this. We have some people out there that want to value GameStop or worry about it, like the way it's moving. They're constantly comparing GameStop to other tickers and what moves and what doesn't, and then how does that affect your stomach? I don't know. I don't care. I compare GameStop, the company, to other companies. I don't care so much as far as like how they get valuated. That's not really it. It's more nuts to nuts. The valuation will catch up because, as you know, as we know, this market is weighted. It's not a popularity contest. So eventually, the weight will be on our side. And how does that really happen? Well, I'm going to show you that tonight because there's this really cool thing that's happening right now with these charts that I have available to me now, and I will be sharing them with you so that we're not just alone. With that being said, I did put a link to the Discord right at the top of the page. It is pinned to the top of the chat. So if you guys are here in the chat with me tonight and you feel the need to get something off your chest, feel free, click the link, tell me what you think. You will talk live on the show. For all you meltdowners, all you guys from Canada, all you guys from across the ocean and the pond, feel free to click on it. Don't worry, it's real time. And, you know, you'll talk. You don't have to show your face because a lot of you guys are cowards anyway. But if you want to talk and explain why GameStop, is going to fail, or why eBay's not a great target, or vice versa, all the above, I'll talk to you about anything. I'll talk to you about horseshoes and hand grenades. Don't worry. No harm's going to be done to any animals here. But with that being said, let's talk about what the topic of the discussion and everything was today. It's a little different today. If you guys don't know these headlines, you guys should. But the bulk of America today, and goodness, you know how I can do it? I can do it this way. Hold on. I can show you my headlines that I go over occasionally. So we'll go ahead and do that together. So let's go ahead and do it this way. So first, let's talk about South Korea. South Korea is plunging at the open. It's going timber. We get it. And why is it falling down? I just want people to know what's happening here. This range for South Korea, just so that we're very clear, is 100% increase. If you look at what it was last year versus this year, they're still up 100% from last year. The low of this year is 3,000 points. So to be at 6,300, they're still 100% higher than the all-time low of this year, of the entry year low, I should say, of this year. So understand what happened over here in Korea. Two things happen, okay? Two things that people need to value and measure. And the two things are this. One, yes, they're top heavy. They have an extreme concentration at the top of their market. Their market consists of SK Hynix and Samsung. So two companies that drive the whole sector. Got you. The whole index. Got you. Okay. And when I say sector, I'm talking AI, semiconductor, memory, compute, I already said that part. So anyway, tech and chips. Yeah, got you. Okay. So all of it's included, guys. Just so that we're clear, let's paint a broad brush over what AI is. Okay. But this is living proof that when you're too top heavy, too concentrated, you will correct 30%. Okay, here's the real part of this. Korea did it with borrowed money. You guys, if you guys are not familiar with Korea, there's two things you have to know. I lived in this country for 3 years. I love the countrymen, and I feel they have the most pride of any country I've ever been to. The things that I love about Korea, just as you guys see their chart and we talk about it, amongst other things, of course, I love BoA and BTS and all of K-pop, sure. And I love Yakimandu, and I love Bulgogi and Kimbap. I love all that. Got you. What I really loved being there in that country was when they say it takes a village to raise a family or a child, they really embody that. Your child could be outside of your home, and they will treat your child like their own. So when you're walking down in the village and you see children, anyone will protect that child. They will bring no harm to that child. It's not in their culture. Okay. I just want you to know that. And it felt good. It feels safe to be in that country. The next part I love about this country is when I learned the phrasing Bali Bali. Bali Bali is a term that you use, that you say to your taxi driver when you're in the country, and it means hurry, hurry, go faster, faster. What it really is, from what I was told from my Korean brethren, my Katusas, what they taught me was that it was a political mantra. It was a statement. It was almost like Make America Great Again, the same thing. They were saying Bali Bali to themselves, to their countrymen, to hurry up and catch up to the rest of the world. Catch up to Japan, catch up to China, because they were behind. After the Korean War, which was a ceasefire, still is a ceasefire today, they were then separated from their family to the north and them to the south. So they have been constantly playing catch up. And by doing so, they have the most integral stock market in the world. That's what they have. That Kospi is, yes, it is on borrowed money that it accelerated, but there is no short selling in Korea. They outlawed it. They banned it. You cannot trade and you cannot make profit off of the downfall of companies. They're not looking for you to do it that way. If you're going to invest in the companies and believe in them, let's grow. Let's do it right. They're the last good, Boy Scout or good Boy Scout, whatever I call it, the last good Samaritan. They're cut from the ilk of Ryan Cohen, I would just tell you, and myself included. But I love what Korea does. What happened, the prime minister, or is that what it is? The president of Korea in July came out and they made an announcement that not only did they halt the market, they told everybody it's margin call season. This is time. You guys are all out to lunch. You guys are overextended. You're all using margin and borrowed money. So numerous margin calls resulted into this market to collapse. So that's what you see when you're looking at Korea. Korea is not afraid to get hit in the mouth with the truth because they're not trying to build themselves up off of lies, deceit, and misdirection. That is not what they're doing. So I respect their market the most. So when they have a correction of 30%, I would lead you to understand that what do you think America's margin is? What do you think we're leveraged and bought over the top? Right now, we're trading at 9x book. So just so we're all clear, everyone involved, your book value is what they call shareholder equity. And right now, shareholder equity is on a multiple of 9 on an average for the whole market. That is crazy. It's never been this high in the history of stock market, period. From 1932 all the way to now, it's never been a 9x. And that's what you're at right now. You're flirting with 9x, and certain companies are trading 1 for 1. Certain companies are trading below book. But it makes a difference when you think about leverage, growth, projection, CapEx, earnings themselves. So you see, because the real thing here, just so we're clear, I think somebody was... they were interviewing that guy who played by Steve Carell in the movie The Big Short. I forget his name right now. I really don't care for his name, but they were interviewing him. Okay, he's a brainiac and he's a short seller guy. And they interviewed him this morning. He says, "What do you think is going to happen with the AI bubble?" And he goes, I think it's Steve Eisman. That's his name, right? Okay, so Steve Eisman goes, they go, "What do you think is going to happen with this AI bubble?" He goes, "Well, it's either going to be great or it's not. It's going to correct or not." No, so what are you doing? He goes, "Well, I'm sitting on cash." What? The biggest short seller in the world is not going short on this market when it's going to the ground? He believes it's going to the ground. He says, I'm waiting for the correction. Well, we all are. Do you know what he did? He sold his Google shares. Anybody know why Google's being sold? Why? Well, if you're selling Alphabet, then that means you actually read the 10K and the 10Q of the last 2 to 3 years. There is, without a doubt, the biggest AI circular finance bubble of your lifetime. You had Google go in and show an income increase of almost $100 billion, and they were paper gains. They weren't realized gains. They weren't real gains. They're unrealized. And it was based off the idea that their investments in OpenAI and Anthropic and the next AI bubble, everything they're doing, they're invested in those things, and those things have valuation. It's not real cash, but it's cash to the sheet where everybody goes, they're going to come in at $2 a share. That's what Wall Street said. They're coming in at $2.73 a share. They came in at $9 a share. The whole world saw that number and goes, oh, what the hell is going on? The funny finance is here. And I'm going to show you guys something that's going to help you understand. The reason why we got the parallel from Korea over to America is because Korea's doing it the right way. They're willing to take the 30% correction on even a bull market, and they're telling the truth. America, this is your truth. NVIDIA is at the center of the circular AI deals. So you will see NVIDIA, the $4.8 trillion that NVIDIA is. And what you'll see is constantly NVIDIA is giving out money and they're getting it right back. And with the commitments that have happened at OpenAI, this is the bubble. The bubble is OpenAI. There's a reason why Sam Altman is meeting with Donald Trump this week and next week. There is no way that they can explain how OpenAI makes money. They don't make money. And the idea that they have commitments of $300 billion, $200 billion, all the above, there is no money other than SoftBank that is pushing money to OpenAI freely. Everyone else, leveraged. And I'm talking this whole book is leveraged. The only thing I don't see on this scale here is Supermicro Computers, which is fine because it's its own network. Because for every circle you see here, NVIDIA has more than just what you see. They have more. CoreWeave is a problem, but this is all backed by the private equity dollar. Is that shocking to you? Have you guys really looked into it? How much money these guys are just shoveling around to make it look like we're a bigger economy. We're not. Because if you took away CapEx completely, then you would see what the real earnings are. And not paper earnings, not paper gains. You know why GameStop's so valuable? I'm going to explain to you GameStop tonight. GameStop's so valuable because their free cash flow is not the result of a transaction. No. Some people want you to believe that. And then they get lost in it because GameStop comes out with more cash the next quarter, and the next quarter, and the next quarter. I have someone in the chat. Let's see who we have here. In the chat is DK. Hey, DK, you're not muted. You just have to unmute yourself. So you're on your phone. So if you hit the microphone button, you'll be live. What do you got for me, DK? You ever wonder if these guys even know how to work a phone or Discord or anything? I allow them to call into the show, and they can't figure out how to go live and unmute themselves. Is that not mind-boggling to you? I mean, it is to me. Look at this guy. Yeah, well, you're going to sit there until we're ready to go. So we'll keep going. Anyway, but it could be the butterfly shit. Who knows? All right, back to where we were. This OpenAI bubble, this American bubble, this AI bubble, this everything bubble that's going to pop. Marantz, it's Doomsday 101. When's it going to pop? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I stopped guessing that shit a long time ago. But I can tell you a pattern that I've seen with bubbles and I've seen with events. Can I give you an example? Usually, the change of an administration is when something dramatic happens. You know, there was a recession in 92. When Bush took over, the first thing they did was line up the books to get ready for this crash of the market. And before the dot-com bubble crashed, they literally tore down the buildings. They tore down 2 buildings and tore down a building number 7 for no reason. Nobody could ever explain that to me, other than the fact that it was the home of the SEC, the home of all the files for Jackson Burnham Lambert, the home of all, the FBI, the Secret Service. It was the home of everything, building number 7. But what do I know? The minute GameStop goes up and to the right and goes crazy and this whole market starts crashing, what do? They burn down buildings. First thing, if you guys don't know about the building fire they did for all the record keeping of all these market makers, maybe you missed the fires. Big old fire, huh? In the middle of the snow day. Whatever. I'm just making stuff up now, right? No. Housing crisis. Who was getting in charge of the administration? Obama. You guys got to think. Things happen at the turn of an administration. Trump's getting ready to leave office. What do they unleash? COVID. Yep. Trump's coming back in office. What do they say? Oh, we're going to do tariffs. They manipulate the market themselves. Trump made more money the first 2 years so far than he has his whole life. That's the report today. We're going to shut down oil, shut down all of that. Yeah, we got a war to start. We just did a Ukraine war for no damn reason. Did that ever end? Venezuela war. Now we got another war going. Me? I just buy GameStop. I let people tell me what it's really going to do. I love it. Don't worry, we're going to go more into that and less into this. Let's get to it, though. Huh? How about that? So, first thing we're going to do, second thing we're going to do after we looked at this right here, the Korean markets tumble. Right here, the NASDAQ 100, the QQQ, on track for its worst July in 22 years. The top 100 companies, the tech companies, what are they doing? Are they moving out? Okay. If they're moving out of those companies, and I can go check the ticker right now. This is QQQ. Right here on the QQQ, this is absolutely phenomenal. As if we topped out, and this is on the weekly, okay? But when you go to the daily, what do you see here, guys? You see this. This would be the equivalent of a head and shoulders. There's the head up here. There's a shoulder here. There's a shoulder here. And then there's this droopy arm that's coming down. Is it coming all the way back down to here in retest? It looks as if it's coming down, period. But let me tell you the part that no one's telling you about this market. In the stock market, when things start crashing, things start correcting, let me rephrase that. Individuals that are investing, they do 2 things, okay? One, they sell their position. They sell their shares, and they start lining up their cash, and they go to bonds. Huh? That's what they do. They'll always tell you your 401k is, and it's very aggressive when you're young, and it's because it's in stocks and it's in the market, it's in the index. And then as you get older, they transition slowly into bonds because bonds are more secure. And here you go. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell the world that the bond market, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Joe Blow, you have one time to type into this chat about that bullshit about Tony Donati. No one cares about whatever he put out, and I haven't seen it, nor do I care, and I don't know why you want to bring it up here so people can go run over and watch it. It's not what we do in this chat. Matter of fact, you don't have another chance because I don't know you, and I'm not going to know you, okay? No one is. There you go. Anybody else? Tony, stop getting on your burner phones and typing in the chat. Nobody gives a shit. All you guys watch this show with your burner accounts. Every single one of you. You meltdowners, noisy, Tony. I can't even tell you how many guys we caught by giving away free memberships. We catch you guys all the time. We go sniping, we go fishing, we find you. You guys are just diehard fans of the show. I get it. You haven't missed an episode of Marantz Rantz in 5 years. Some of you guys think you guys know my whole life. You guys typing, and this is what's going on with Marantz today. You don't know if I wiped my ass or not. Chances are I didn't. Because I am the shit. That's what it is. Anyway, back to you, back to me. They're going to go to the bond market. And the unfortunate part is the bond market is not safe. Guys, the majority of those bonds are going to be on AI companies. And this AI company that are taking, I mean, do you understand the problem right now? Like how bad this is? These guys are invested into companies, stocks that are fraudulent, built up off of fake earnings, all the bullshit. That's the whole market. And then they want to transition and they're going to the bond market. You're going to be in trouble because when you find out what's in the bond market, it's going to prove what we've been saying. Somewhere out here, someone's lying. That's it. Because if nothing's risky and nothing has been done that you wouldn't normally do, then maybe we're all wrong. I doubt that. I doubt that. Data center operators issuing debt to build new facilities. Well, here's what the real problem is, because I can. Why is it that in America, people feel the need to accelerate and rush, okay? Accelerate and rush to build out. You ever ask yourself that? Why it's like a dire thing. We have to build all these data centers, all this energy. I'll tell you why. Because they have no returns. They have no profits. They're trying to build something with the idea that we're going to make money in the 5th year, in the 7th year, in the 10th year. So no one has the money right now. Nope. It's all tied to a promise that you're going to make money in the future. Well, what happens when you reevaluate that promise? Go look at Tesla. Can we use Tesla for an example? Tesla came out with a new technology, a self-driving vehicle. Do you know what I equate that to? I equate that to cruise control. You ever been in a car? I don't know if you guys lived in the 90s. I lived in the 90s. I was there. You know what happened? My mom went out. My mom says she's going to buy a Toyota Camry. She said, I'm buying a Camry. We're a Toyota family, by the way. So at the time, my dad is. So we go out, we get the Camry. Let me tell you, the salesman goes, hey, the feature on this 1994 Camry that's earth-shattering is cruise control. Yeah, the biggest selling feature ever. Not to mention all the cup holders. Oh, yeah, phenomenal. And front airbags. Yeah. And electric seat belts. Oh, babe. Isn't that awesome? All the things they wanted to sell to you as technology are things that nobody gives a shit about today. Go ahead and look at what happened to Tesla. They found this technology to do self-driving cars, and here comes Elon Musk selling it to the world, saying it's going to be revolutionary. It's going to be you're going to be able to charge $100,000 for the feature alone. Anybody know how much they sell it for today? I believe it's $100 a year. Something like that. It's unbelievable. I think it might be $20 a month. You see, the promises you made in 2022, they're not so fruitful today. I tell AI the same thing. You guys thought you could sell something, and it's the cruise control of our lifetime for employers as well. Because AI, it's not what you think it is. It doesn't do what you want it to do. Oh, it does some things. It looks kind of cool. But you still need someone to do it for you. You still need someone to tell you what to do. They make this for me. Cool. Awesome. Added value. Quicker, faster. Got it. Got it. Do I got to pay for it? No. Do you got to build it out and rush to get more money? Absolutely. Oracle. Oracle has commitments, $300 billion. They don't have $300 billion. OpenAI has commitments. This is, and I'm going to show you and draw it for you. This is Oracle's revenue from AI, from compute. This is Oracle's debt. You're never going to catch it. And it's not just Oracle. It's everybody. It's everybody, because I would sit here and I would like to know, how much money do you think AI has generated in profit compared to the spend? Oh, you're nearsighted, Marantz. You're not looking at the bigger picture. Oh, I'm looking at the bigger picture. You know what's the bigger picture? That money isn't forever. And people We'll see the rates go up. And then what? Hey, does your homeowner, I'm just asking, I don't know too much though. Like when you have a home and your mortgage is due, do you tell them, no, I got a new job. I'm going to get promoted. It's going to be everybody's going to love me. I'm on my way to the top. Do not charge me my mortgage this month. Charge me 10 years from now when I'm on top of the mountain. I could buy this whole damn house cash. Does that really happen? Doesn't happen, right? Okay, cool. Because the banks need the money too. Do you know what the result is of a down market? Like when the market goes down. Like it goes down, like 2022. Anybody know the result? I'm going to show you the result. Something that no one can really dispute. Let's go to eBay. This is eBay, the world's greatest company, apparently. We're going to go to financials. We're going to go to annual, and I want to show you something. Do you see this? First, this chart here for you guys. It's a phenomenal chart, okay? But this chart is showing you eBay's profit in the green, by the way, income. They, in 2022, lost $1.3 billion. Anybody know why they lost $1.3 billion? Because they were holding securities that defaulted in value, that went down in value. The market went down in 2022. Therefore, they had to show a loss, period. Now, their gains, as you see them, $2 billion, $2 billion, $2 billion, they have not grown in gains. What they have grown is in revenue. Their revenue has gone up 10%, and they have been flat in growth and even down in growth. The last 3 years in particular. So to go up 10% in growth and not grow at all in income, where's the money going? How's it really happening? Well, let's go ahead and look at this for eBay. This is why I pay attention to other things. One thing is they had all of this revenue come in from geography-wise, right, growing through. And as you see where they're pacing right here, they're cash to debt. So we're very clear. Their cash has come down from $7 billion to 3, 2 and 3 in that range. Yet their debt from $2 billion all the way down, that was the net, all the way through 4.5, 6, 3, 1, 9, 4, and 3 again. So they're right at the same amount, yet they're dumping down. Do you understand what happened in 24? They had $6 billion of cash. They had $7.7 billion of debt. They're not cash positive. When you come to the next year, they lost $3 billion of cash. I'm telling you what it was, share buybacks. And look at their debt, $7 billion. They don't service it. All they do is borrow from it and use it. Use it to buy back shares. They're just inflating their own book. They're not taking care of what's really happening with the company. Not at all. To go from negative $3 a share to now we're at 7, they're headed in the wrong direction. So cash flow and CapEx. This is funny to me. How is a company with minimal upkeep, from my viewpoint, from my vantage point, they do $500 million in CapEx every year. Every year, $500 million in CapEx. That's the make it or break it for me. To have an operating cash flow of $2 billion and then to only bring in 1.6, 1.7, at what point are we going to stop the madness? We're just doing $500 million. Guys, their CapEx is the same and their cash has come down from $2.7 billion net all the way down to 1.7. They're down $1 billion in the last 5 years, and their CapEx is the same. Did they cut anything? Do they care to cut anything? No, they don't care. They're losing more money every year like they have over the last half a decade, over the last 5 years. Another case in point. Their margins are flat, okay? Margins are flat, yet their operating margin has come down from 28.1% operating margin all the way down to 19. You've lost 1,000 basis points on your ops margin. It's not where you want to be. Not where you want to be. If you're a better operator, better manager, you have a track record now that you're losing from 28.5 to 19.5. You're losing. It's terrible. Free cash flow from 21 to 14. It's terrible. You can't believe that this company could make less money and then just keep shelling it out right here on the dividend. The dividend yield percentage used to be 2%. It is now down to 1%. This is diluting your own investment. This is how you drive something to the ground. The fact that it keeps increasing while their profits are not increasing, well, that's not fiduciary. Valuation, trash. Complete trash. You can't even get me started with their valuation. Their PE ratio was 8. Now it's 26. Keeps going up. It should be going down. I mean, are we making more money? No, we're not. It's a fake. It's a fake. So, yeah, overvalued, to say the best. Just so that we're clear, we'll go to GameStop just so you guys can see it. Just so we can get the real data here on GameStop. By the way, GameStop used to lose $300 million. We know that, off of $6 billion in sales. Their sales have come down and their profits have gone up. They're currently sitting at $418, $168 after the first quarter. Phenomenal for what they've done. The transition, the turnaround. And you've been invested the whole time. The whole time, to see the boat swing and go up and to the right. This number is going to get very heavy relatively soon. We're just in the opening stages of this whole thing. Revenue by segment, we're fine. Collectibles is growing. It looks good. That purple's going to overtake the software. It already has. Software's a very small amount. Just so we're clear, it says here software's at 18. Ryan recently announced it's all the way down under 12. So maybe he knows the numbers before we do, but it's pretty cool. Cash and debt. I love the cash. I love what they're doing. Net cash is $4 billion. They're a profitable company. They run it right. Phenomenal numbers again. You guys know this. Their debt has been, not real debt as I call it. This debt was borrowed at 0% and it's not due anytime soon. So doing the right thing. And certainly this debt that they took on, the cash, they kept it. You see the blue? It hasn't shrank. It got even larger because they took this right here, the bottom, the debt, and they added on top. That's all they did. So it's not real. That's why we can do what we do. Here we go. CapEx right here. Our CapEx, $19 million. $19 million. Practically nothing. This is why our operating cash flow is $759 and our free cash flow is $740. For you to make money as a GameStop investor, this is the chart that the whole world should see. We used to lose $500 million in cash flow, and we're now over $500 million. It's $1 billion, a $1.2 billion swing, and it's only going to get bigger. We're not wasting money. We're doing it the right way, guys. So be proud, be prepared for what's happening with GameStop. And another one, margins. This is awesome. Your profit margin's up, your operating margin's up, your gross margin's up. You see how everything's up and to the right? The stock's not up and to the right, but all of their margins are. And please, keep your eyes on my margins. It's large. So going up, looking great. This is what you want. You want this company to take over your failed one, and we'll get what we really need. You see valuation? How the valuation goes down is beyond to be when every metric is up and to the right. But valuation is down. Your PE ratio has gone down. There's a good thing there. It's going down. So that means no one's prepared for what's really happening. Your forward PE ratio is headed down. Your free cash ratio is also down as well. So absolutely phenomenal what GameStop has done. And this is all living proof. You know, it's the funnest thing to look at when you go into these things and you do them. Let's go to somebody like Best Buy. I've been said that we need to compare ourselves to Best Buy. Let's look at Best Buy. If you see this here, first off, they're down $1 billion over the last 5 years on profit, down $1 billion, and their sales are down $10 billion. So who's losing? They're losing. It's not a good measurement for that company. Revenue by segment is slagging. You see it? Cash and debt. Their cash and investments are at 1.7 billion, down from 2.9. Their debt has increased from 3.3 billion all the way to 4.1. So their net cash, they're negative $2.5 billion on cash. This is a company that can't do anything. They're stuck where they're at. Count the pennies all you want. Their CapEx is almost 700 million every year, double that of eBay, and 100 times more than GameStop. So, yeah, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a massive problem. But to go from making $3.5 billion and your CapEx is still down here, your CapEx didn't shrink $1 billion, but your damn cash did. That's a problem. That's a problem. So don't let them fool you. We're a cash flow business. You are. But you're also not making anything. Here's your margins. Your margins flat across for 5 years, and you don't do any better. Ops margin is down 2% over 5 years, and your profit margin is down just as much, from 474 to 273. You're down 2%. You're a 2% company. Try explaining that to people. Oh, here's how you do it right here. Your dividend has gone up almost $1 over 5 years. But the yield percentage has come down because you guys don't make as much. Recently, you were at 6%. Now you're at 4%. However you want to cut it, that's a very good dividend. Now you know where all the cash is going. Valuation, trash. Don't worry. Wall Street caught on to you guys a long time ago. That's why. That's why you were at 12% on your PE ratio, and everybody's going to say, that's a good number. Go look at it again, because this chart right here should be etched in your brain. This one here. You're going to go buy something that can't float. You see this underlying number right here, this red line? Looks like the Titanic, doesn't it? It's like it's below the sea. I want a company that's above the water. And we're not running red. So there's Best Buy. That's why they can't compete. Hey, Target's a big-ass company. Target's massive, isn't it? Target's everything. You guys want to compare GameStop and Target? I'd love to do this. Love to do this. First off, Target, flat on revenue. Flat on revenue after 5 years. No growth at all. Got you. Profits from $7 billion to $3 billion. We're headed one way, babe. We're headed one way. 50% down on profits. Never. That's what we used to say in the military. When they tell you to quit, you go, never. That's what Toys R Us is saying. Hey, look at this boat. This shit is a submarine. Terrible. Cash, they only got $3 billion, and they're negative 15 on cash. Negative $15 billion. What in the hell is going on here? How is this company better than GameStop? I'd like to know. Their CapEx, $5 billion, $4 billion. Get out of here. This is a problem. This is a problem. There's a lot of upkeep, huh? Chart don't look so healthy. Oh, don't tell me margins are flat. But hey, margins are flat from 29 to 28, but their operating margin went down 50%. Hello? Who are these operators? Who is the CEO? Who is the chairman of the board? Who runs this company? Because they used to be profit margin of 6%, 6.5%, and now it's 3.25%. So they're down 50% on profit. You guys should, hey guys, numbers go up, not these ones. Isn't that awesome? But their dividend went up from $3 to $4. How are these companies allowed to operate this way? Anybody want to tell me? Their P ratio goes up. They're getting a bigger multiple. Goodness gracious. Somebody needs to stop the bullshit. So, overview on Target is that they make $3 billion net. What are they going to do when GameStop gets eBay, bro? We're blowing that $60 billion market cap out of the water. I'm telling you guys are sitting on a gold mine. You guys, they better hope and pray none of you get eBay. They better hope we don't have eBay. We already own it, but whatever. They better hope that we don't put their numbers on ours. I'm just telling you, it's that big. Because if they're getting 60 billion, what the hell do you think we are? The numbers are that good, and they're going to keep being that good because Ryan doesn't run the companies they run. Ryan doesn't run it like them. No. He does what makes sense. You know what makes sense? It is crazy. I don't know if you guys saw this, the headline, that they're now going to be incentivizing you to open up power packs. your power packs are going to be able to, like, if you open up one every day, 3 days in a row, like if you have a streak and you open up, then they give you like a discount on like the 5th order, whatever. Like, they're going to start making this shit like Clash of Clans, okay? I'm already excited, okay? For real collectors out here, this is crazy. Not that I'm going to do it. No. My money's tight, and I can't afford it right now. I'm trying to live life. I got a wedding to do. My truck broke down. My truck's in the shop. I had to get it towed today, man. Damn, my heart was broken. Just because I feel like I'm not a man without my truck, without a vehicle. Like, I'm just like, dude, I'm stranded on the island. But this is part of life, guys. I live life in front of you. So this month, I bought the least amount of shares I've ever bought. My dogs are excited. They must see another dog across the street. These guys, bless their hearts. I might just play a song when the dogs walk by because they're not going to stop. They don't care if I'm live with you guys. But I have a video to play for you. How about I play a video? How about that? I'm going to play a video, and I'm going to let you guys hear it. I'm not going to let you see it because it doesn't have anything to see. But I'm going to let you hear it, and then we'll go from there. So let's see this. Let's hear it.
This is your host, Mr. Fix, coming to you from under the ice of the frozen moon of Ganymede, where the planets are big and the backlogs are bigger. Today on Fix Double X, we are here to talk about the intergalactic kaiju in the room. What is going on at Sony? Things are not looking good. Let's get into it. Roll intro. Generally, when private equity takes over a company, here is what they do. They overextend the company, take out massive loans, and they keep the money. They also make massive acquisitions, like that giant acquisition of Bungie. Let's take a look at what they actually did when they bought Bungie. Before the buyout, Destiny 2 was on Game Pass, pulling in recurring income from Microsoft. They also had Linux support ready for the upcoming Steam Deck. As soon as Sony stepped in, they ended both of those. Why would you do that? Sony published Helldivers 2, and that is running just fine on Linux. The only thing they didn't do was short Sony on the stock market, and I think we all know why. Imagine it. Sony had the PS4. They just made a ton of money, sold a massive number of units, and the PS5 looked incredibly strong at the time. If they would have shorted Sony then, everybody would have been onto them. But these private equity suits are pretty smart. They knew they had to be sneaky about how they were going to gut this company and make their money. Sometimes, shorting a successful large-scale company is vastly more profitable for the private equity sector than shorting a smaller one. They knew they were going to make a ton of money. And when you look at all the executives cashing out their stock right around the time they announced the end of physical games, well, it is all a little too neat for this space ninja. What constantly amazes me is that the United States is the only country that allows private equity to operate in this manner. No other developed country on Earth allows private equity to systematically destroy a company the way they're allowed to do in the States. Out here in free space, private equity was outlawed long before the humans even got here.
Sea of data, world divided.
Another very strange thing about this. Why would a company that has strictly no digital access in over 100 countries suddenly pivot to a full digital ecosystem? I would say it is highly likely that private equity has completely overextended Sony with moves like the $4 billion Bungie acquisition and sinking budgets into live service disasters like Concord. If I put on my conspiracy theorist space helmet for a second, I have to wonder if Microsoft used its immense capital influence to have private equity infiltrate Sony from the inside. Theories like that will probably circulate for the next couple of decades, because never before in the history of corporate America has there ever been a come-from-behind victory quite like Microsoft over Sony in the console wars.
World divided.
Now, there is a lot happening with Nintendo right now, but I think we'll save that for another video. Sony does still have the opportunity to turn this all around, but it's highly unlikely. At this point, it is very probable that the future of mainstream gaming is simply Microsoft versus Valve. But with all this talk of a AAA games crash, let's look at the bright side. The indies are still riding high. Later this year, we get Blood of the Dawnwalker, After that, the new game No Law coming out from Neon Giant, the exact same team that gave us The Ascent. I personally hope No Law launches right next to Scam Theft Auto 6 and absolutely crushes it. Kids, do not pre-order a digital game, especially without seeing a single second of actual gameplay. I know it sounds like I am heavily lamenting the state of gaming in 2026, but there is actually a lot of good news here. We have the veteran devs who made Witcher 3 for CD Projekt Red, putting out Blood of the Dawnwalker. We have third-party studios like Capcom dropping banger after banger. Microsoft has actually decided to push digital ownership on PC by releasing their old library of backwards-compatible games on the platform. Good Old Games, known as GOG.com, is still chugging along with full digital, DRM-free ownership. And let's not forget the Epic Games Store. They do allow full digital ownership, they just leave the choice up to the developer. And of course, last but definitely not least, the undefeated king of PC gaming. Steam is still going strong. I know we are still sitting in the middle of a massive RAM crisis, but when the heads of the hardware companies come out and publicly state, quote, "We do not have an AI bubble," that is at least 10 years away, unquote. That means brace yourselves, an AI crash is incoming. So, all in all, the great AAA games crash is happening, but the indies are still absolutely crushing it, and good software products are still moving. Here is looking at you, Pal World. Craft it, build it, catch it. That is it for the Fix XX, the true pulse of the gaming scene. Keep your blades sharp.
Build it.
There you guys go. So that's the heads up on the gaming scene. Private equity doing their thing. I thought that video was really awesome. So I want to make sure you guys see it. But let me give you guys this right now. Let me share this with you. So I opened up some packages. First, Derek, my boy, thank you for the gift. I just saw it and I can't even explain to you what it changes my whole life, dude. Like you don't even know. But like how bad it is. But we're trying, man. We're working, we're grinding. This is awesome though. Coming from a viewer of the show. This was hand drawn by someone. So these will be the giveaways we give away when it's time to give stuff away. Um, I have so much stuff to give away right now. I just haven't had the time. It's a little different right now, guys. I'm just gonna tell you how it's working. I had to pick up a second job, which is cool. Like a little odd end jobs that we're doing, wife and I. And it's because we're trying to we're just trying to get to the next month. We're trying to get to the next day. And so, yeah, it's been really rough. But my wife, she's almost ready to get back to it. And she's picking out certain, like a career that's close enough that it's going to work out for us. Because right now we're one vehicle until, that gets fixed. But just living life, man. So we'll figure it out. But I want to thank you guys in advance for the way you guys support the show. It means a lot. Like, let's see what we got here, guys, for giveaways. This all just came in a package right now. My mother she's here right now, and she was visiting, and she said, "Hey, all this came to your mail." And I was like, okay, this is so cool. PSA graded 7. It's a promo Pikachu Celebrations 2021 coin. Oh, man, this thing's nice. Wow. Pikachu, everything's on there. It's so cool. These are donations to the show from the viewers from Team 51. I just want to put that out there. Here's an autograph card. There's some cards in here from the convention. There's some other cards that it looks like a One-Piece card and a Bulbasaur card and some other stuff's in there. But those are cards that'll be given away. Some more cards that are signed by the creators themselves and the people. I don't know all the lore behind them, but I'll do my homework. But the actual people at the, like Comic-Con was this weekend in San Diego. It was packed, by the way. Some more cards right here. Look at that Bell card right there. Best wishes. A lot of these guys are signing things. Team 51. The Lorcana cards are there, which is so cool. That's all gifts and value. I won't read the letter that comes with it because the letters. Whenever I get letters from you guys from Team 51. You know who you are. A lot of you guys send packages and gifts and stuff. It's cool. Like all the stuff behind me, I know you can't see it on this screenshot because I did a close up from now on. I'm doing this close up, by the way. I don't know if you guys like it. We just changed it up the last week. But I know most of the time you guys can see, like, if you look at the bottom right hand corner, if I do this, you guys can see like the bulk of everything behind. I have all this stuff. It's stuff from over the years, like the bowl, the little bobblehead. Had this one built too. Like we've had people on the channel send stuff, which they all matter to me, but it's all my boys over the years. So I'm just thankful, and girls, you know who you are. So I'm just thankful that you guys do this stuff. It means a lot to the show and to the kids when we do get around and we give stuff away. Holy shit, this one. Are you serious, bro? This is, wow. I don't know if I can give this away. I think this one's going to have to stay with me in my background here. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man comic book. It is graded. It is PSA graded. Amazing Spider-Man comic book, PSA graded 7. 1991 is the year on the comic. And yeah, holy hell, bro. I'm forever thankful. I'm forever thankful for the gifts. I have to find a way to set up. We're going to be doing something new. My wife and I already talked about a new backdrop, a new background, and how we're going to go about it. The letter's always good. I'm reading the letter. The list of, oh, okay, the voice actors. That's who they were. He always writes down, I love this. He always gives me a breakdown of who is who on the cards because I won't know. I had the opportunity to talk with, okay, got you. This signed number in print, Brave Crew. Oh, is it somewhere? Is there a poster somewhere? I didn't see it. Maybe it's in the box still or somewhere. Or it's this one here. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, okay. I see that right there. There's only 1,400 copies of that poster from Brave. Oh, that's so cool. That is Brave. Yeah, if you do me a favor, shout out the list. Yeah, so here's the thing. You to the donator who gave me all this, you gave me a list of all the people. I have all that. I have the last letter you sent me too, with the breakdown of everyone and everything. To give you an example, it's right here. This is the original one, the other one. And so I have them all. I have all the names, the shout outs, everything. I just haven't had time to do a video, but we're going through it. And all those donations are right here. Literally, I have, guys, I keep everything. So all that is here. I have them all. The Team 51 veteran token. You like that right there? So, and then the hand-drawn ones, the hand-drawn cards. Those were cool. So I have everything. I keep everything like right next to me because, like I said, I don't keep this stuff for myself per se. These will be all giveaways to some kids or even Team 51 members when I meet them and see them. But I have everything. I got to travel. I got to stay focused. And, I work so much, guys, that I picked up like I was saying, I picked up some extra odd end stuff, just trying to stay active and do the best we can. So whenever you can make an extra 40, an extra 50, whatever you can do, you do it, man. That's the life we're living. I remember when I couldn't find a job. So that was something for years, but now I'm fine. I'm getting through it. We're getting through it together. All right, so back to the show, back to what we do. My hat, guys, this is one of my favorite hats right here from the Hosco, BeTheHos.com. The issue is my dog got a hold of it. I don't care. I still wear it. But Tito, look at Tito. Look, he crunched it up right here. You can't see it really. And then he bit the top of it up here. But I'll still wear this shit because it was my favorite hat for years. So I'm still wearing it. I don't care. It's my hat. All right, back to the show. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the interruption. Power to the players, I definitely agree. I didn't get to read what you guys put in here. Let me check it out, though. I guess I got to read all this chat before I get there. I'll snooze to restart on my computer. There we go. In Marantz, we trust. Well, thank you for that. Let's see. Reporting for attendance. I know all you guys are here. Shout out to Landon Dingle. Shout out to J-Dubs. All you guys who put comments on the psychotic eBay sellers, the ones who think Ryan's a bad guy and think he's going to leave them and their investment. Like, he's going to get the stock high and leave. Who cares? Who cares? You don't own the stock, so what do you care? These guys are already losing money as it is, but they're all liars, because the truth is that half those eBay sellers that are in the YouTube community, they're just there to sell their courses. They're not there to sell products. They don't even understand it that way, and I don't care to even talk about it elsewhere. So there you go. I'm sorry, eBay. I felt you in the backseat of the car. Oh, I didn't even know what that means. I can't watch the show tonight. I'll run it back later. Just showing my support, brother. Marantz, have a great night. Well, thank you for the support. And the 78 likes we have on the show. Isn't that awesome? I like that. I'm sorry, eBay, that we are going to make your business better. I definitely agree with that. 100%. And that's how we do it. Right here it says, long time, everyone. Hostile takeover. My guy. Hostile. He's good. Still holding and buying the best company in the market, still grinding and living the best life I can. Hope y'all are doing the same. We are. Thank you. Caught alive. Hope everyone is well. Team 51. Yes. School and work come first. Yes, they do, Barton. Hit that like button. SoftBank and Silver Lake. It's gross. I agree. There we go. We banned that guy. Good. Large technology companies issuing bonds to fund AI infrastructure. Utilities and power companies borrowing to expand electricity generation. Yeah, here's the problem with that. Yeah, just so we can get back on track on that end, would be that multiple companies in the market are building out infrastructure for AI, and it's just like the dot-com bubble, just like the railroads, just like everything you see. It's being built on borrowed money and borrowed time. And what happens? A reset will happen. They will get smoked, and someone new will come in and pick up the pieces and do it the right way. And I don't know if you guys hear it, but your boy, Larry Chang, he's very up to date on AI and data centers. So I like GameStop to be the next AI champion, because when the market resets and GameStop sitting there with a boatload of cash and or investors willing to leverage, awesome. They're going to have all the optionality in the world to go buy everything they want. That's what I want. That's what I see. I think GameStop will be the largest e-commerce company. I think they'll be, yes, bigger than Amazon. I think they're going to be the biggest thing going on a holding company. And I'm going to tell you why they're going to be bigger than Amazon, just so that we're clear. People don't know what I mean by that. Here's what I mean by that. GameStop is going to have a bigger valuation and more productivity. Amazon is overinflated right now on every multiple. The fact that they're contributing $200 billion to CapEx every year, and it's not gains, it's unrealized gains. These are paper commitments. They're not real. This whole market is built up off of paper commitments, not real. Nothing tangible. Believe me or don't, but you'll see when it all washes out. Isn't it swell that every single one of us will be wealthier than dinero soon? What do you mean soon? We already are. The hell? Yeah, I'm working 3 jobs, but I'm not selling chicken coops. I'm not doing limo driving rub downs. Can you imagine you guys are listening to the investment? You guys are listening to a limo driver? I'm a janitor. Listen to a janitor, bros. I sweep shit up for a living. That's what I do. I clean those bathrooms, toothbrush and all. I'm a janitor, bro. And you're out here messing around with a dude who's renting a limo? The guy drives around in a hearse. Dead bodies in the back. Me? Nope. I walk to work with my mop bucket. Those are the only wheels I got. A mop bucket on wheels. Oh, I'm a real man. I know how to tie off a trash can. Bro, get it right. The Disneyland broom, right there with the dustpan and the broom, just sweeping it in, walking around. Hey, you ever been a guy like that? If you ever walk around with a dustpan and a broom, just sweeping around, just like you're at the movie theater, just walk around, do that shit. People will be like, "Hey, man," and you put it down to the side. Hold on, let me put this down. How can I help? How may I help you? Don't say can. How may I help you? Then they, okay, sir, can you? No problem. I'm gonna get back to sweeping. These Costco hot dogs aren't going to pick up themselves. Weenies all over the floor. I'm talking about you, Meltdown. All over the floor. Weenies. Shout out to Hulk Hogan. Not the real one, the real one. Hulk Hogan says, this is my first live stream since my deployment 3.5 months ago. Was stationed at Salton Air Base. So glad to be back at Hunter Army Airfield? Savannah, Georgia? Oh, my God. It was hard to catch any live streams, Marantz, the myth, the legend. You are that man. Oh, thank you so much. That Statino guy going crazy with the buying shares on the Discord. A lot of people post buy orders. You just got to be around at the right times. Yesterday, Gaming sent a laughing disco ball for 250 jewels. If you guys have jewels, send them on over. That's it. Send me something. I'm a cheap whore. I'm a TikTok whore. Do I got to do a dance in the camera for you guys? Come on. Give me the galaxy. Woo. Give it to me, babe. No music playing and shit. These girls, they're doing that shit in public. Like, get a job. I heard about why they don't want Paramount to get Warner Brothers because the new owner of the Trump supporters and woke actor activism will get fired. No, guys, I don't know about that. I just know it's a raw deal. It's a bad deal. Bro, I got an eagle. Thank you for the eagle. Derek is the man, bro. Anyone a fan of London Studios, Get was a proper revival. Did you take what? Getaway? I don't even know what that game is. I don't play games like that. Oh, my boy. Hey, shout out to AJ. You guys know the biggest YouTube GameStop supporter in the country is AJ. If you don't know AJ, AJ's my man. I once went to AJ's birthday at the beach in Oxnard, and I wanted to go this year. He's gonna have his birthday party real soon, and I got invited. I'll say that part out loud. We got re-invited. We must have been a hit. My wife and I must be good people. So we got re-invited. And unfortunately, this time around, my son's getting married, so I got to go to his wedding. And so I couldn't make it to AJ's birthday. So, AJ, I just want to tell you, man, I have a gift for you. It's for your birthday. It's a PSA 8 card because I know you collect 8s. If you guys don't know, every card I've given AJ was a PSA 8, with the exception of the EV card I gave him PSA 10. I got the Khalifi card back, or it's ready to get picked up, and it was an 8. Worth $125 today, but I plan on getting that card and sending it to AJ for his birthday. So shout out to my boy AJ, the biggest fan of Team 51, the biggest fan of GameStop. And for those of you that have never seen the support we have from a young man named AJ, this is AJ in the wild right here.
Okay, guys, we're going to GameStop and we're gonna see if we can pull and get any packs and open them. Alright, let's see if we can.
It's my guy right here, bro. A real GameStopper right here. Ryan Cohen, check him out. This is AJ.
And we have Perfect Order, Booster Bundle, a Chaos Rising Build and Battle deck, and we have the new Pokemon Tins. And then we have a Lead Battle deck, Mega Lucario, Hyon. And then the first partner collection. I already got that one, but there was 3 of the Series 1 packs. And this is the World Champions 2025 collection deck. And then we have a pitch black thing. Then we have the poster collection and Mega Ninja premium collection and poster collection. And then we have Chaos Rising, 2 Black Blister, and
awesome.
A pitch black, 3 Black Blister.
That's my guy. I show you more. Yeah, they pre-ordered right there. Got the 30th anniversary, the whole list, and there's your orders right there. Don't worry, they got them. So shout out to the #1 dad in the world. That's Anthony. Anthony is AJ's dad. He watches the show. He's a GameStop supporter, a massive, investor, because naturally he's investing into his kid's future, which is GameStop. So shout out to my boys. They know who they are. I wish I could be there, but hey, Khalifi PSA 8. I'm not supposed to tell you the gift I'm going to give you, but I'm giving it to you. Every time I get an 8, it's going to 8. It's going to AJ. And I know, guys. Hey, trust me. I gave him Bulbasaur. I don't know. Did I give him Bulbasaur? No, I gave that to a different cousin. I gave AJ. Let me see what I gave AJ. I gave him Umbreon, Leafeon, some other crap. I don't know, bro. Not crap, by the way. Good cards. Here's another banger coming through. I gave him a card worth $300, $400 already. He's hanging on to it for life. I know the man. These are good people. Anyway, appreciate your efforts. J Card, thank you for the Canadian dollars. Holy hell, $2 in Canadian. Minty Fresh Turds coming through with the fat $10. My God. Black Cover is a badass show. Didn't know they had cards too. Black Clover, I have no idea, Kingsbury. I got cards here because I got donated to me, bro. What do you want me to do with them? Should stay with you, Marantz. Spider-Man? Yeah. I think I'm going to keep Spider-Man in the background up here. 35-year-old comic book. Exactly. That's perfect for the background. Yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for what you guys do. Stan Lee co-created Spider-Man along with Steve Ditko. The character first appeared in Amazing Fantasy 15. Oh, and yeah, okay, I got you guys. 1962, bro. I wasn't around. GameStop is real. Thank you, Marantz. Well, thank you. What's up, everybody? That's Ant right there. An uncle alert. An uncle alert, Tone Rod? Is that what you sent me? That is wild, bro. Ryan saying he could run eBay from his home. To me, that was a hat tip towards integration of AI. You keep hearing about, thank you, Tone, for the star, bro. Keep hearing about the one-man enterprise possible with LLMs. What it's called is a unicorn company, right? Initially, unicorn companies were companies that got a billion-dollar valuation out the gate. Now that's just routine. So now they're calling unicorn companies that are one man running the company with the help of AI, and they're a billion-dollar corporation as well. So kind of crazy, if you ask me. But for me personally, he's not. I don't think he's saying that. What I think he's saying yesterday in gaming is something that you find out in corporate America real quick. People have positions and jobs that don't require much work at all. They're just a title. And when you're a chief people officer, what is the point of that? We're a chief morale officer. We're health and wellness director. We're like, we can come up with anything. What the hell's the point? Just create a culture where people are happy and they can do things and they have that ability to come and go, and they would love to work for you if you give them that flexibility and treat them like adults, but they got to work. People have to be obsessive with their craft and what they're going after. So I'm guessing the technicians and engineers for GameStop that developed all this software that we're currently using that people take for granted, like buying things, selling things, on-ramping, off-ramping, listing and not listing, all the things we do. I think that it only takes a couple of choice engineers and some really special and talented people have a vision, have a design, and go for it. And if you can do it that way and you're building a bigger thing and you understand that you're going to get paid in shares. Like, I want you guys to think about this, okay? 3 years ago, GameStop paid all of their store directors $28,000 of GameStop shares when they were evaluated at around $25 to $28 a share. They gave everybody bonus pay in GameStop shares. Every single director of GameStop has 1,000 shares. Every single one. If you run a store, you're a manager. At that time, you got 1,000 shares. Now, what do you think is about to happen for all of those employees that stood with Ryan, stood with GameStop, and figured this shit out? Maybe they watched this show. Maybe they figured that part out. I've talked to the store director myself of my local GameStop when she was just a store director. She has since been promoted to district manager. She runs multiple GameStops. She has more shares than ever. She told her husband, she said, hey, listen, we're getting all these shares. We don't need to cash out. We don't need the $28,000. We need to sit on this because my buddy over here told me what the company's doing. She told me. She goes, Marantz, you told me. I believe it. Let's roll. Because she sees the changes in the company and how they've been more impactful. Cutting down stores, bringing the team together. Not everybody got fired. People came together, and you got the best. You got the cream of the crop. You got the ones who wanted to sell the warranties, sell the memberships, actually give a better experience for the shopper. Those people got promoted. Those people got the job. So it's not entry level per se, but think about it. You got incentivized with shares. What a way to build up your culture. What a way to push it out that way. And they didn't have to pay for it. It was just hey, you do this for me, we got you. I think Ryan knows that this company backs him. Thank you for everything. Smash the like button, people. Thank you. The makeup brush, Anthony. Really? Oh, that's all you could afford? Oh, I'm good with that. I just didn't know if you want to put on makeup. Only 8s is how he lives. Yeah, we got you, bro. Pokemon and AJ, there we go. I love that song when I walk into GameStop. Well, there you go. I love everything when I walk into GameStop. Love the AJ videos. He's the real deal. Awesome parroting. We trying to keep up with you, brother. Yeah, you know what? The thing about AJ, we had this. I asked Anthony. I said, "Hey, Ant, do you mind if I put videos of AJ up on the video on the channel? I don't want to like overexpose him to it. I don't want to do that. My heart of hearts is that AJ could be a huge streamer one day. He has the personality. He has the innocence of it all, and I just want to be that guy for him. Where it's like, hey, you know what? I used to know that guy. I used to see that guy, and here it is. So I love the kid, and I love the family. So I respect them all. And he has a killer sister. He has a killer mom. He has everybody. The whole family's great. So, and my wife felt the same way. Bro, I had to buy 5 sets of Pokemon. First partner season 2. My last pack, I finally got the Junto card of, I don't know what all that is, but I got you, bro. Thank you. My favorite part of the day, time to rants. Well, thank you, Dalton. Listen to Marantz at the gym. It's a good time. Lucky you. You're a blessing. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that, for saying that. Well, guys, we have more headlines to go over now that the intermission's over. Let's get to the headlines. So we were here, and I was talking about how the NASDAQ is currently going to set up for the worst run in 22 years. Guys, 22 years ago was 2004. So are we like 4 years away from something massive happening? Possibly, quite possibly. But I'm looking at it today. What can GameStop buy on discount coming up? I love it. Citadel Securities sees Orange delivering surprise Fed rate hike. Okay. Don't really care. Don't care at all. The semiconductor, right here, this is their ETF, SMH. It is now showing you a head and shoulders, meaning it'll have that droopy arm down here, and it'll come retest back down. I wonder why they're all losing it. What's going on with these guys? Meta has now declined 8 straight days, the largest losing streak in history. Mark Zuckerberg is in shambles. No. Excuse me. But they're losing right at the end. Billionaire Charlie Munger, my boy, said your first 100K is the key to getting rich. I don't care what you have to do, find a way. Then you can ease off the gas a little. Damn. Damn, thanks, Charlie. I'm at 60 right now in GameStop. How am I doing, bro? Just in, the odds rates are out for the hike. They've now climbed to 38%. So you mean to tell me we're going to have a hike? Hey, SpaceX, guys, how right were we? How right were we? Said don't buy it at 225. It's now at 113. It actually, you know, was the part for me about that whole SpaceX thing was this. I told you why it was going to go down. I told you why it was going to fall apart. I didn't just say it's falling apart. I explained it to you systematically that it's going to just take a shit right in the woods. There you go. Apple has reclaimed the title of the most expensive and valuable company in the world, as it should. Apple should be the most profitable, valuable company in the world because they're the only ones that are not in this AI nonsense. If you guys are not familiar with Apple, Apple did not commit themselves to an AI build out whatsoever. And now they are reaping the benefits of people really swinging money over to Apple outside of NVIDIA and the rest of them. So shout out to Apple. They will be a $5 trillion company soon enough. Then it will all come back down. Don't worry. We'll be here. The U.S. dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power since the creation of the Federal Reserve. Well, we know that. 2% every year, right? Right here, potential head and shoulders. I told you it's there. It's happening. AT&T. Hey, you know what? I'm not even mad at AT&T. They can do whatever they want. T-Mobile, get your shit together. T-Mobile was down today for 200,000 clients. I was one of them. My T-Mobile was down all day. And I went and I was Googling. I was like, what, this outage, blah, blah, blah. And it only affected so many people. And I'm just like, man, I couldn't check my video. I couldn't check anything today. I couldn't even work. It was so bad with that phone. I have a work phone, so I did that. But you know what I did? I saw a post and it said, go to Reddit, go to T-Mobile's page. They're talking about the outage. And I was like, okay. So I went there. And then you read the comments and it said T-Mobile customer care agent here. Try this. Put your phone in airplane mode and then back to media mode, and it will work. I had been without a phone for 4 hours by this time. And guess what happened when I did that shit? Hit up airplane, put it back on. It worked. I couldn't believe it. I said, holy shit, Clash Royale, here I come. I got to get my trophies up. No, man, it was awesome. Thank you. Only time Reddit's ever been worth reading. Right there. Look at this. SpaceX has underperformed 90% of IPOs valued at $1 billion plus since July 2009. The worst performing IPO of all time. And it should be, because they don't make any money. And they shouldn't be listed at $2 trillion when they literally lose $20 billion a year. I would never buy it. The global money supply and gold is in the widest in history. It's the widest gap in history. Global money supply is the blue line. Gold is this yellow line. Not looking good, America. Not looking good. ETH, get ready for the breakout. It's here. I don't care about cryptocurrency, and I never will. The Mag 7's reign is ending. A top fund manager says this means trouble for the S&P 500. Did I not show you guys? Did I not show you? The S&P 500 will lose value over the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah, thank you, Bill. I agree. Here's the problem, okay? They can pump it all the times they want. One last time, they can do whatever. Look at this. I warned investors when everyone wanted it at SpaceX. Now, after a 49% fall, $15.5 billion in short profits, and a better Starship flight, the crown trade may be the other side. The bears might be right on value. They could be wrong on timing. No, let me tell you guys something. They launched that shit so the short sellers can make their money. They needed collateral. They needed cash. They were in a rush to do it. And it's going to get worse. I'm just telling you. Maybe I'm crazy. Berkshire Hathaway is now sitting on all-time high, $397 billion in cash, enough to buy the 476 companies in the S&P 500. What, 476 companies combined? They can buy them all? Whatever. Okay, I don't care about this stuff right now. I'm going to tell you guys something. We all know we're in a damn crush. We're in a bubble. We're all here. I was going to tell you guys something, okay? As I go up here. I'm going to just look at it one more time because I want to make sure people know why I don't care. Okay, I said I'm not involved in crypto, and the market's going to do the Mag 7's out of here. Okay, cool. That triggers my brain right there for what I was thinking. All right, so I showed you on this chart earlier how eBay showed a loss in 2022, a complete loss. And it was because the securities they owned defaulted. They actually went down a round. They had a down round. The bulk of America, the Mag 7 in particular, 6 out of 7, have massive investments within each other. When you see the bulk of those companies show a loss in a quarter or a round because the market goes down, it will be the beginning of the end. It will be the largest exit of the market, the fastest exit, so that people can get back to safe ground. I'm not giving you financial advice. I never do. I just tell you what I'm doing. I am minimizing what I put into any retirement fund, and I am maximizing the cash I get back every day from my paychecks or from anything else I do, and I am ready. I am ready more than ever to survive a downturn. I have to. I will not sell a GameStop share. I will sell my soul before I sell a GameStop share. I will not sell my soul. It's not for sale. But I will sell someone or something before I sell my GameStop share. It'll never happen. I will tell you, the pressures of the world will be put on you. You might be pressured to get a divorce. You might be pressured by your friends and family. You might be pressured by bills and collectors. Good luck. Call me. You won't get $1 out of me. I'm telling you now. I am prepared mentally for everything. And if your spouse would leave you over money, then she needs to rethink the whole damn thing. We're together through sickness and health. Better or worse. Richer or poorer. Not GameStop or not. Let me tell you that. It's GameStop only, babe. I pledge my allegiance to the cult. Team 51. I'm that dude. You don't have to be. Team 51 could be a team of one man. Just me. I'm okay. I'm not crazy. I'm just severely convinced that we're right. Because everybody wants you to be wrong. How in the hell is that possible? The world wants you to be wrong on this investment, the media, everyone, yet math is telling you we're correct. The numbers tell you we're headed in one direction. And I told you. And I'll continue to tell you. Remember, guys, I showed you all the charts in the world to show you the value of what GameStop is compared to any company in the S&P. Out of the top 300 companies in the S&P 500, we already beat out 300 of them. We're up against Nike next. We're better than 300 companies in the S&P 500 today. I'm not even counting when we get eBay. I'm talking about right now. Little old GameStop, better than 300 companies in the S&P 500. What are you going to do? You lost. You're losing and you lost, Wall Street. And I beat you. Me. Little old me. And the whole Team 51. Just some modern day rogue dudes and gals that said, we don't give a shit what you tell us. We believe in Ryan. We believe in ourselves. We believe in God. What say you? Who's your maker? GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I'm back again tomorrow, millionaires. Peace.